What up, y'all? It's your man, yes, the Hermit Star, back again with another video, and I'm here to do the monthly read for the sign of Virgo. So if you have Virgo in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, this is for us. You know, I love when I get to do reads for my brothers and sisters. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is our read for the month of April. You know, we'll start off with the tarot and then, of course, the oracle read. Yeah, let's see what is in store here. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And yeah, it's looking good so far. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how your month has been thus far. Your April has been thus far. But, you know, these cards is looking like very much telling. Very telling, let me just say. So, we start off with the World card here. Fulfillment, wholeness. I would hold it up longer, but, you know, I'm afraid YouTube is going to try to get on me for the nudity. But, you know, it is what it is. This is pretty much achieving what you want, you know, and having that with the Seven of Cups right here, I think is great. I think one of the other signs that I read for earlier this month ended up getting the World and the Seven of Cups as well. I could be mistaken. I could be thinking about one of the reads I did for myself a couple weeks ago or so. But I feel like some other sign ended up having these two, the World and the Seven of Cups, as, you know, in their combination as well. So you might have that sign in your chart if that is the case. But yeah, you know, that's just some more confirmation. At least that Seven of Cups is more confirmation of good things coming, you know, you achieving what you want, or, you know, wishes being fulfilled. But ultimately, obviously, you need to put in this work to achieve these things, and to keep going is what I'm seeing here with that Knight of Pentacles that comes right afterwards. Be someone that you can rely on, you know, be someone that you can truly rely on to achieve what you want with this World and this Seven of Cups. Like, be this individual. I think that's what we're really being called to. I know for a fact, for me, that's what I'm really being called to do. You know, this month at least, that was the messages that I was getting, and just some of the downloads and some of the prayers that I've had, you know, with God's Spirit. And that was a message that I was getting a lot, or, you know, something I've been getting a lot in general, right? I think that's not even just for me, but for other Virgos out there who needs to hear this message. Be the reliable individual. Be the person that you need to be in order for you to achieve what you need to achieve. Now, this bottom row here, right at the bottom, we start off with the Tower here. Now, this bottom row in general might seem daunting to folks. These last three cards, this and then the two cards that come right after the Tower. But I'm gonna need y'all to relax. You know, take a deep breath if you need to. You know, as I state all the time when the Tower shows up, yes, these are chaotic moments, but, you know, this is something that really needs to change. And, you know, what I'm seeing here, at least what needs to change for, you know, us Virgos, or at least a Virgo out there, is this need of, and I know it's hard, but this need of trying to control everything. You know, this fear of losing control, this fear of change even, but just fear of losing control. And I know, like I said, it's hard. It's hard for me. I know. It's easier said than done. But as I've stated many times before, just because something is easier said than done does not mean it cannot be done. You know, you can quote me on that because I created that quote, you know what I'm saying? But I think really what we're being asked to do is try, like what we're being called to do, you know, going this month and even for the rest of the year. These aren't just, you know, when I do these monthly reads, it's because, again, it's just what I aim to do, keyword aim, to do every month. But sometimes things don't happen. Sometimes I do these reads when I just feel like I'm being called to do so, and I felt called to pick back up doing tarot reads for other people. But nonetheless, I shared that also because one of the reasons why I stopped for the past few months is because I was too results oriented, meaning I was too focused on the end result. All these are going to get views, all the like this, that, and the third, just the results of the actual reads, rather than being focused on the actual action, still going through and doing the reads, still going through and putting the videos out, no matter who's watching them or not, still doing that. And having that mentality has proven to be beneficial for me, not just in this area. What I do here with the tarot reads, it's still beneficial to get them out there, get the messages out there, but has been proven to be beneficial in other areas of what I do in general, where the results are showing. But it's kind of like that saying of how you do one thing is how you do everything. I didn't make that saying up. That's not one you can quote me on, or at least, you can't quote me on that because I didn't make it up. But I think that's how it goes. It's like how you do one thing or how you do some things is how you do everything, right? And I really, took that to heart, when the first time I heard it. But I think it's really applicable now, especially for me, but again, for other Virgos out there. I say all that just to say, like, you might be someone who you create content on YouTube or TikTok, wherever you create content, and you're probably not gaining as much traction there as you would like to see. The answer may not be to stop doing that thing. It just may be to keep going on, because those who truly will need that message, or those who will gravitate toward it, are the people that are meant to see it. Or that you need to keep going because, let go of trying to control the response, the outcome, control just things that are outside of yourself, essentially, right? You can't really control other people's response and how they gravitate toward you. You can put the work in and do your best and, express yourself. And if people gravitate toward it, that's their decision, but letting go of that. And also, again, just being okay with continuing the process, continuing going on, continuing, doing what you love doing, what you like doing, what you enjoy doing, despite, again, the end result. So I think that's what one message we're being called to do. And again, this isn't just applicable to content creators or people who do things online. It could be just, someone who doesn't, and you're still trying to control like the outcome of something. Maybe you are someone who, you work a certain job. I'm trying to think of an example, right, that would match. Maybe you work in sales, right? And obviously you want to gain a sale, but maybe you're lucky enough to work a sales job to where you still get a base pay, even if you don't make, let's just say 10 sales a week, right? You still end up getting a base pay. Obviously you want more, because you want more than, let's just say the base pay is a $500 check at the end of the week or so, or whatever, right? Or on every Friday, right? But you want more than that. So you want to make a sale, but your desperation to make a sale, or to get people to sign up for whatever, right? Your desperation in a way is like getting in the way of what you desire, instead of you just going with the flow and doing your best, and then saying, okay, I did what I could do. It's up to the individual now to say, yes, I will purchase whatever you're selling, whatever company, whatever, internet provider, or whatever the thing is, whatever you're selling, or whatever you're trying to get people to sign up to do, to save the environment or something. I don't know, where you're a canvasser outside, nonetheless, right? you know, it's like that. I'm liking it to that idea. You know, hopefully you got that example. The last tarot card, at least for now, that has showed up right after the Eight of Cups in reverse is the Four of Wands in reverse as well. This is a card of feeling like you're unwelcome, pretty much. I've called this a card of like divorce in a way. When especially if I was doing a love reading, I don't think this is like something to do with your personal relationship. It might be. Again, take whatever resonates. But I think this is more so of a divorcing of your old self, is what I'm going to say here. I might even ask for clarification on that, but before I do, let me clarify, or at least deeper explain what I mean by a divorcing of your old self. Again, the part of you that is super attached to control. That's what I believe. That's what that part of you, and be more so attached to getting things done. As that Knight of Pentacles, again, someone super reliable, disciplined. You marry this side of you. You know what I'm saying? Marry this side and divorce the side that wants to control everything. You know? And I think that you will probably find, if you continue on this road of discipline and being principled and being able to rely on yourself, you might find that the things that you were so desperate in trying to control fall into place. That might happen, but that's my explanation of it. But just out of curiosity and because I love us, clarify that for Wands for us. King of Wands. Damn near leaped out, almost fell on the floor. Had to catch it. But being a visionary, you know, being able to face challenges, being bold, essentially. So yeah, really, I think it's a divorce of and sorry for the outside noise. You know, I will end this soon after we get our Oracle card. But I'm not stopping. We're going to keep going. But really just being, and I don't know why I apologize. I'm not the one doing the cutting grass or whatever the fuck they doing out there. But anyways, as I was saying, my bad. Marrying this side of yourself, right? Falling in love with this side of yourself, someone who's very much reliable and also someone who faces challenges. Not the one who moves in fear, like the Eight of Cups in reverse. Not someone who's afraid of loosening control. You know, trying to control everything, trying to control how people perceive them, trying to control, again, everything, you know, things that it's like you can only do what you can do, and the rest is really just up to the individual. You know what I'm saying? Again, for, you know, a small example of someone working sales, someone might say no to a product that they actually really need because they was having a bad day. They might not have the finances. Their partner gave them a look when they was looking intrigued. I don't know. They didn't like your shoes that you wore, but they liked the product. But whatever, they're making it. They might say yes because they like the shoes. They might say yes because they're like, I don't give a fuck what my partner says. Or, you know, I can't afford this, or whatever the case is. None of that stuff is what I'm saying is in your control. Yeah, your shoes are in your control, obviously, but people liking or disliking your shoes is not in your control. You know what I'm saying? If it was in your control, you obviously like the shoes, so that's why you bought them, that's why you wore them. You know, or it's part of your work uniform and you don't really have a choice. Nonetheless, don't internalize it if someone's no is what it is, and don't internalize it either if someone's yes is what it is either. You know, that stuff is, when you do your spew, the rest is up to them, you know. So that's what I have as far as the tarot goes. We're about to get into the oracle, so I can get off, so whoever's doing that noise outside can stop fucking up my video. But all in all, I do enjoy this read. Let's get into the oracle card right now. If you're getting anything of value from this, please hit that like. Let me know in the comment section below how this is relative to you, if so. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. So, more confirmations of just releasing, because the oracle card that we got is River of release. Hold that up a little longer. Drift along the river of release, where waters carry away burdens guiding towards renewal. So yeah, like I said, more just confirmation of just releasing control. You know, being able to rely on ourselves again with that King of Wands and that Knight of Pentacles here, so we can achieve what we want to achieve. But the results, whatever happens, we are being told once again to just don't even think about the end game right now. Don't think about it. Think about what you can do to get there in the first place. So yeah, that's what I have for the sign of Virgo for us for the month of April. Once again, if you got anything of value from this video, please hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section below. Share this out with a Virgo or anybody you feel as though needs to hear this message. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. All right. I want to thank you for trusting me for being your intuitive reader for today, or at least one of your intuitive readers for today. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Once again, until next time, until next read, you see me when you see me. Take care.